Friday, October the 9th. Well, chapters of Judges 10, 11 and 12 are a series of stories, some short, naming judges that I confess many of us don't remember without reading them, who ruled over Israel for a few short years. And in the middle, there's the story of Jephthah, who tries to lead Israel to victory. Indeed, he does lead Israel to victory, but he makes a very strange vow. He vows that if God gives him the victory over the Ammonites, he will sacrifice the first thing that comes out of his house when he returns home to the Lord. Sadly, the first person to come out of his house when he goes home is his daughter. And tragically, but honourably, Jephthah indeed does sacrifice her to God. Jephthah goes on then to fight the enemy, and he captures the River Jordan, and he has a plan. He has a plan to discover who his enemies are and where they are. Anyone who crosses the river, he will challenge to say the word Shibboleth, because any enemy who tries to say Shibboleth will actually say Sibboleth, because they can't pronounce the word properly. And 42,000 enemies are killed. But I doubt even 42,000 dead enemies make up for the death of his daughter. And in amongst all those stories, you will see that Israel again and again returns to worshipping Baal or doing evil in God's sight. And the next Judge's story that we will concentrate on, someone whose name we definitely do remember, is that of Samson in chapter 13. We will come to that, but that chapter begins yet again with the words, Israel did evil in God's sight. And so over these 3 chapters, I was forced to think about lessons learned. And I asked myself, how good am I at listening to God and learning the lessons he tries to teach me? I've told you many times over this lockdown how I have lost my battle with COVID pounds, and I give myself a really good talking to every week, sometimes every night, and yet still in the middle of the week or the next morning, I find the battle of the fridge being won by the fridge. So my challenge to myself and to you is to think back and ask, what was the last lesson God tried to teach me? Have I learned it? Have I stuck to the lesson learned? Have I put it into practice? Have I turned away from temptations, bad habits? Have I kept up good habits that God has put in front of me over lockdown, or thinking about priorities? Am I still holding on to the lessons God is trying to teach me, or am I failing? But I want you to go one step further. I want you to go one step further and ask God, Father, what lesson do you want me to learn this week? Is there something you want to draw to my attention that needs tweaking? A good habit to continue, to strengthen, or to take up, or a bad habit that needs to be let go of completely? A relationship to be mended, or a relationship to let go of? An attitude to change or to strengthen? An opportunity that God's been trying to present that I've been avoiding? Whatever lesson it is, I pray that you will learn it better than the Israelites did. That you will ask God to show you, and you will pay attention to the answer better than I pay attention to my talkings to. And how about this? How about you let me know how the challenges work out? Let me know how you've succeeded, or confess how you failed. I really hope that your challenges work out better than my battles with the fridge. But let's share the challenges. Let's share testimony. Let's encourage one another with our battles and how we have defeated temptation, or how we've learned to do what God calls us to do. Let's encourage one another. I pray that it will be a greater sense of victory in God than my battle with the fridge. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.